Hello GATE batch students, this is VINEET Pandey. Wish you all a very happy मकर संक्रांति. कुछ लोगों ने मकर संक्रांति कल मनाई है, कुछ लोगों के लिए मकर संक्रांति आज है. So wishing you all a very happy happening मकर संक्रांति. Now this is a special class only for GATE students. Last to last GATE exam, like there are two GATE exams which have been conducted. Last to last GATE exam, there were 7 questions related to literary theory. Then in just last GATE exam, there were 5 questions from literary theory. Out of those 7 questions and last exam 5 questions, there were 4 questions from the literary terminology. There were some questions asked dealing with literary theory terms. So in this lecture today, I'm going to help you with some 10 to 12 important literary theoretical terms which will help you, and you may have those questions once again in your exam. So and it's a private live only for GATE students, and it's a Makar Sankranti also, so I can see only 5 to 7 students have joined us. No problem. There are approx 200 students in 3 different groups. Either some of them can watch it later because they also know that it's Sunday. So let's go for some important terms, and as I believe you must be carrying a pen and paper with you. Pen and paper आप लेके बैठे होंगे, तो let's talk about this. The first thing that you have to note down, which is very important, is collective unconsciousness. Please write it. These are the most important terminologies that you have to deal with. Collective unconsciousness. Collective unconsciousness is actually a term by C.S. Jung. C.S. Jung. Collective unconsciousness is a term by C.S. Jung that actually deals with our learnings, our mindset. You know, we learn a lot of things from society even without directly being the part of it. Indirectly, we learn a lot. For example, if you just allow a young kid, 14-year kid, 15-year kid, to stay at a place where everybody smokes, he will gradually start smoking. He will not need a direct lecture that, okay, you should smoke. This is called collective unconsciousness. In families where the father is a drunkard or the father drinks, it's very normal, very comfortable for the kids to take the drinks. You know why? It's not because the father wants them to drink. It's just because they are actually learning it in unconscious way. So there are hundreds of things that we learn out of our house. We take those references, we connect it to us, and gradually those thoughts become our habits. That is called collective unconsciousness. Please do not forget this. The next terminology that we have to deal with is the idea of shadow and persona. The idea of shadow and persona. This idea is developed by Northrop Frye. Northrop Frye, North, Northrop, R-O-P, Northrop Frye's idea of shadow and persona. According to him, persona is the identity that we show to the world. That we show to the world. And then he says that that identity is fake. What we show to the world is fake. What we hide from the world, the shadow part, that is reality. For example, you must have seen COVID time memes, that how those teachers are teaching during COVID time. So they are wearing a blazer, a jacket, but they are wearing a short. No, right now I am not wearing a short. I have a full pajama. It's winters. But I used to take classes like that because I know that my table and only this portion is visible. Technically, what I was hiding, my real side, that I'm at home, it's a lockdown, so I'm not supposed to wear shoes and tight jeans to deliver a lecture. And why so? Because all you need to know is this presence only. So what I am showing is persona, what I was hiding was shadow. That is reality. Fry says that the shadow part is the reality. You, me, we all are in our fake personalities. We are behaving accordingly. Why I'm talking about GATE classes today? Because it is scheduled. I'm supposed to talk. It's my class now. So these are the most important terminologies. Don't forget this one. The next one in the list we have is the idea of unconscious. Once there is collective unconscious, this is unconscious. There are desires which are always fixed in our brain, and we want to do those things, but then we end up suppressing those desires. If I ask you not to touch your nose because that's something mysterious, then everybody touch that. You all will do that. Because our unconscious mind keeps on storing those desires which actually start guiding us and sometimes become our hidden desires, our fantasies. The idea of unconscious has been dealt by Freud. The next term that you have to deal with is called mirror image. Mirror image concept has been developed by Jacques Lacan. The mirror image idea deals with the kid, a small kid, infant, who has been taken in front of the mirror. He finds his reflections in the mirror, and first time in his life he comes to know about his whole existence. He comes to know about his whole body. So the mirror image in the life of a kid is really very important. See, the important thing is that I, as a human being, can't see my complete body. Can you see your complete body without the help of mirror? See, not more than that. So if I have to see something on my back, I can't see that. If I have to see my feet, I can. But if I have to see the backside of my feet without twisting my leg, I can't see that. Technically, we are not able to see our whole structure. So if you don't know about your own entire structure, how will you be able to take yourself as a unit of measurement? आप खुद को कैसे काउंट करोगे अपने आप जब आप खुद को नहीं जानते? Suppose you can't see your hand, and then one day you see your hand, you'll be like, oh, what's that? Oh, this is my hand. Mirror image helps the kid to understand his face, his nose, his ears, his eyes, and to develop the image, who are you? Can you see your own face if there is no mirror? Tell me. Someone says, hello, hi Shah Rukh Khan, hi Hrithik Roshan. So what will you say? I see a mirror every day. Don't fool me. I don't look like Shah Rukh Khan. I look like Nana Patekar. ऐसे बोलोगे. Technically, the mirror helps us to understand who we are. The moment you understand who you are able to differentiate between others and you. Because to have that differentiation, you need your own identity. So mirror image by Jacques Lacan is a base of human psychology. Because for the first time, when you take a baby in front of the mirror, the baby is conscious, he's trying to know who is he. It has happened with me, my brother's small kid. So I knew the mirror image concept. I took him in front of the mirror. I was like, see, this and that, this nose, that nose. My dog was barking on the another dog in the mirror. So my dog, now he has understood. My dog has also understood it's me. It's me. Otherwise, he would go to the mirror and he would do grr, grr. He would do growling. The dog in the mirror would do growling. So he would think I'm being challenged. That was purely mirror image. So that's Jacques Lacan's concept of mirror image. Don't forget that. Then comes a term conspicuous consumption. Write down this term. These are the most important terms for the coming GATE exam. Conspicuous consumption, a term that is, connected to Marxist studies, Marxism. There are certain things we need, we use them, but then there are so many things we don't use, but we just buy them. conspicuous consumption is actually talking about the values of certain things which are not even required. So purchasing something, having something just because they have a sign value, they are not even needed, but you have it. Many of you must be having an iPhone. How do you have an iPhone? Why do you have an iPhone? A normal 10,000 rupee phone can help you with calls, with videos, basic videos, because you are not a photographer. If you are a professional photographer, you can have your reasons. So technically, like if we go for the basic requirements, 5,000 rupee phone, 8,000, 10,000 rupee phone with videos and audio qualities is enough. Then there are people, they have phones like 1,40,000 rupee phone, 1,50,000 rupee phone. What is the need? iPhone is also doing the same thing. Normal phone is also doing the same thing. This is my Venetian cup. Tell me, iPhone is also doing same thing. I know the comments have been disabled, you won't be able to write because I wanted to teach actually. Normally when we read comments, so mind gets distracted. So you'll be saying, sir, show off. Yes, show off. But that show off also becomes the need. I'm not saying, every iPhone holder will never accept that it's show off. I am having two iPhones. This one is the phone I'm using to record. This lecture is iPhone 13 Pro. I have iPhone 11. I have iPhone 6. iPhone 6 has been given to my office. Then I'm also carrying some basic phone. So if you ask me why I'm carrying this, I will say that it's a status symbol. It speaks for me. But is it the reality? No. We don't need it. Actually, we don't need it. Why to connect your status with a phone? Then the other things, it's highly safe, it's secured, it's better, it's effective. Technically, we may have our reasons, but it is actually a bad investment. Buying iPhone is a bad investment. Primarily for those who have bought it on loans or they saved a lot of money, they kept on doing savings. Anyway, digressing from the topic, my office boy, he wanted to buy an iPhone, 70,000 rupee iPhone, second hand, and I think some 11 or 12. So I asked him that your salary is 10,000. Why are you going to buy a phone 7 times costly of your salary, 7 times of your salary? He said to impress the girl. He has a girlfriend, so the girlfriend will be impressed. Now the boy is of 18 to 19-year-old. I was like, are you mad? 10,000 is your salary. 70,000 will be the phone. You're going to take a loan, you're saving money. Why? He kept on saying image, image, image. That's conspicuous consumption. People buy things for their show-off value. The brands, the watches, costly things. The rich people should come from Mercedes, otherwise nobody will call them rich. These kind of things are there. So conspicuous consumption is a Marxist term that actually talks about things that there are so many people who have bought things for no need, but they have bought it. Then we have a term called reification. R-E-F-I-C-A-T-I-O-N. Reification, also known as vulgar Marxism. Reification deals with judging each other's love for you, relationship on the basis of money, value of gifts. You have 5 friends. You call them on your birthday. One friend gives you 10 rupee pen. One friend gives you iPhone. Who is your better friend? एक दोस्त ने दिया एक पेन रेनॉल्ड्स का, एक ने दिया आईफोन. Who's your best friend? Now, iPhone, right? iPhone. What if your friend who is giving you the pen is actually true to you? How does it matter he's true to me or not? What matters is who gave iPhone. Judging the relationship on the basis of gifts exchanged. When boys and girls they get in relationship in initial phase, early phase, boys they go for some costly gifts to show that oh this is so costly, and the moment you get married they stop buying those costly things and they go for some cheap things. Arey, why to spend money? Why to spend money? Actually, what happens? Costly things impress people, and we start judging people on the basis of same thing. You must have seen in societies, even your parents will tell you this thing. If you go to the function of someone and you give to 2100 rupee as a shagun, you expect that thing. Then they're like, okay, they will also give the same sari. I gave a sari, they gave a sari. I gave a ring, they gave a ring. This is called vulgar Marxism because this has become the part of thingification, vastuvad. Now, we go for the next term, which is again related to feminist studies, and that's very important. Feminist studies, very important thing. The important term is joysense. Please write it. Jouissanc. Joysense. Jouissanc. Joysense is a term by Helen Siku. Joysense is a term by Helen Siku. Cixous. Helen Siku. Cixous. Helen Siku simply says that the need of a literature of women is very important because we are living in the world where the female emotions have been discussed, talked about by the male writers, male authors. Shakespeare's heroine is crying in love. Who tells us? Shakespeare. Shakespeare was a male. How a male can understand a female's mind, a female emotion? And even if we say, chalo, we can understand the mind and emotion, can we actually reach to the exact level of understanding? Can we actually understand that, yes, I do have those emotions? No, not possible. In fact, you must have seen that there are the small issues for male are the big issues for female. सास बहू के झगड़े चिक 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 चिक. सास बहू के झगड़े देखे होंगे आपने ना. They are like, अरे what is this? Male are like, what is this? So sometimes there are different emotions. I'm not questioning the understanding and psychology of women. It is said women are not meant to be understood. They are meant to be loved. So different psychology, different mindset, and the reference is taken of joysense. Joysense stands for female orgasm, female pleasure, sexual pleasure which is derived through intimacy. So joysense is a female orgasm. Now, how a person can talk about it? The male orgasm is different, female orgasm is different. So how a male can talk about it? And even if he talks about it and he says that I know how it feels, he will be taking reference of male orgasm. So only a female, only a woman can understand that. So that's what Helen Siku says, that only a female should write about female emotions because only the female can understand. That's the reference that goes for this. Then comes the idea of the idea of Oedipus complex. See, Oedipus complex is when a child is, male child is attracted towards his mother. It has some sexual base, but it doesn't have incest every time. The story starts with this Oedipus reference, where Oedipus unwillingly marries his own mother and has incest. So it doesn't know that he's having a relationship with a lady who is her own mother, his own mother. But this gives the birth to a term called Oedipus complex. Naturally, male and female they have an attraction. So in mother and son, again there is a concept of male and female. So naturally, a male and a female they have a different bonding. That is called Oedipus complex. Male, the son, starts protecting mother as a woman, starts taking care of her as a woman. So there are certain things which become the part of Oedipus complex, which is actually dealt by Sigmund Freud. Freud talked about these things. The best example is D.H. Lawrence, Sons and Lovers, where Paul Morrell, Gertrude Morrell, they have a different kind of relationship. Gertrude Morrell always suffered from the loss of man in her life. Finds the elder son first, then the younger one, and connects her emotions with the younger one, Paul Morrell. Somehow, she harbors a jealousy against the girlfriends of Paul Morrell. Paul has two girlfriends, Clara and Miriam. Clara is sexually more active, and Clara is a divorced lady. Miriam is a girl who is very calm, spiritual, and is not type of Paul. Paul is more involved with Clara, which is an affair. So how Paul's mother is taking herself as a rival against these two girls is the part of Oedipus complex. These are some important terms that I have dealt with. Now today what you have to do is use your own knowledge for these terms. Write down these terms because in next lecture the special gate topic will be talking about the writers in translation. Translation writers and translation theory only for gate topic. As I told you that there are some important topics which are different from NET. We have to go for some different genre. We'll be dealing with translation writers along with translation theories, and then we'll go for media studies, media theory. That's very important chapters. Along with that, whatever you are already studying with NET lectures, they are all very important. Exam is on 5th of Feb. आज कितनी तारीख है 15 या 16 next 3-4 days you will have separate live sessions and I'll be finishing those things. All you have to do is stick to those things. So the new syllabus is new, totally new, but it's not lengthy. It can be covered within 4-5 days. So stick to this class, stick to the chapters and pay a lot of attention so that you can actually qualify this exam, so that we can have your interviews. The interviews with pride, right? So may God bless you and wish your family members a happy Makar Sankranti from my side. Thank you so much.